Imagine, if you will, a world where artificial intelligence has an opinion on the 2024 election results. What might it say? As we navigate the labyrinth of this thought, we find ourselves immediately plunged into the depths of the upcoming 2024 elections. The elections are a massive event of immense significance, a reflection of the collective will of the people, and a bellwether of vital issues that concern the nation. They embody the democratic process, where each vote is a voice contributing to the orchestration of our future. Let's take a closer look at the key players in this race, their platforms, the burning issues at stake, and potential election outcomes. Now imagine, what if artificial intelligence were to analyze the results of this significant event? With its ability to process and analyze data at a scale beyond human capabilities, AI might be able to highlight patterns and trends that could elude the human eye. It might be able to offer insights that change the way we understand elections. As we delve deeper into this topic, keep in mind the potential implications of AI's perspective on these election results. It might be a journey into uncharted territory, an exploration of the intersection between technology, politics, and the democratic process. But there's a twist. AI doesn't have emotions. It doesn't have biases or preferences. It doesn't think in the way humans do. It simply reflects back at us the patterns it sees in the data. However, while AI can show us the patterns in the election results, the interpretation and decisions based on those patterns, that's up to us. Remember, it's our understanding of these insights that will ultimately shape our perception of the 2024 elections and its results. So, we've established the intriguing notion of AI forming thoughts on the election. Now let's dissect its perspective. In analyzing the 2024 election results, artificial intelligence doesn't form opinions in the way humans do. Instead, it uses vast amounts of data, algorithms, and machine learning to identify patterns and trends. Let's delve into the details. First and foremost, AI looks at data trends. During the election period, it gobbles up every piece of information it can find. Voter registration data, polling statistics, candidate speeches, news articles, and social media posts are all part of its diet. The AI then processes this information, looking for patterns and shifts in sentiment that can give insight into the election results. For instance, an uptick in positive sentiment towards a candidate on social media might hint at a surge in support. In addition to data trends, AI considers social sentiment. It uses natural language processing to analyze how people are expressing their views on social media platforms, blogs, and forums. Are they expressing enthusiasm, anger, or apathy? Are there common themes in their discussions? The answers to these questions can provide valuable insight into public opinion, which can in turn influence election results. Historical patterns also play a key role in AI's perspective. By looking at past elections, AI can identify recurring themes that might predict future outcomes. For example, if a particular demographic has consistently voted for a specific party, the AI might predict that this trend will continue. Similarly, if a candidate's approval rating has steadily declined in the months leading up to the election, the AI might forecast a loss for that candidate. But keep in mind, AI's analysis is only as good as the data it's fed. If the data is biased or incomplete, the AI's conclusions will reflect that. It's like the old saying goes, garbage in, garbage out. Therefore, it's crucial that the data used to train the AI is as accurate, unbiased, and comprehensive as possible. There's another important point to consider. While AI can crunch numbers and identify trends with superhuman speed and accuracy, it lacks human intuition and the ability to understand the nuances of human behavior. It can't feel the pulse of a crowd at a political rally or sense the tension in a heated debate. These human factors can have a significant impact on election results, and they are something that AI, at least for now, can't fully comprehend. In essence, AI's view of the 2024 election results is a complex tapestry woven from numerous data points and analyses. It's a fascinating perspective, but one that should be considered alongside, not in place of, human judgment and intuition. After all, elections are a deeply human endeavor, and while AI can provide valuable insights, it can't capture the full picture. Now let's delve into the potential interferences that AI might perceive in the election results. When we talk about potential interferences in the election results, we're not just talking about outright fraud or manipulation. There are subtler, more insidious factors that can distort the outcome of an election, and these are the things that AI might pick up on. Firstly, let's consider misinformation campaigns. These are attempts to spread false or misleading information, often through social media, to influence public opinion or discredit certain candidates. This is something that AI, with its ability to analyze vast amounts of data, can potentially identify and highlight. It's a form of interference because it can skew the public's perception of the candidates and the issues at stake, potentially leading to an outcome that doesn't reflect the true wishes of the electorate. Next, we have voting irregularities. These can range from simple clerical errors to more serious issues like voter suppression or ballot tampering. Again, AI can play a role here, using algorithms to detect patterns that might suggest such irregularities. It's important to understand that these irregularities can distort the election results, undermining the democratic process. And then there's the potential for bias in the electoral process itself. This can come in many forms, from the way that electoral districts are drawn up, to the methods used to count votes, to the rules around who is eligible to vote. AI, with its ability to process and analyze complex data, can potentially highlight these biases, helping us to understand how they might be influencing the election results. But it's not just about identifying these potential interferences. AI can also help us understand the potential impacts of these interferences on the election results. For example, it could analyze the extent to which a misinformation campaign has shifted public opinion, or the impact of voting irregularities on the final vote count. This kind of analysis can give us a clearer picture of the true state of the electoral landscape, helping us to safeguard the integrity of the democratic process. So, what does all this mean for the 2024 election results? Well, from AI's perspective, these potential interferences could significantly impact the integrity of the election results. Misinformation campaigns could distort the public's understanding of the candidates and the issues, voting irregularities could skew the vote count, and biases in the electoral process could privilege certain groups over others. These are all things that we need to be aware of, and that we need to address, if we want to ensure that our elections are free, fair, and representative of the will of the people. From AI's perspective, these potential interferences could significantly impact the integrity of the election results. Moving forward, we ask ourselves, could the 2024 election results trigger backlash or violence? And if so, what does AI have to say about it? Artificial intelligence, being the ever-evolving tool that it is, has the capacity to analyze a whole spectrum of data, from social sentiment and historical patterns to the nuances of political discourse. It can use this information to forecast potential outcomes following an event as significant as a national election. Let's delve a bit deeper into this. AI can gauge social sentiment by combing through vast amounts of data found in social media posts, news articles, and public forums. By analyzing the tone, language, and context of these snippets of conversation, AI can get a pulse on the collective mood of the nation. For instance, if the general discourse leans towards dissatisfaction or discontent, this could be a signal of potential backlash post-election. Similarly, AI can draw insights from historical data. By comparing previous instances when election results led to social unrest, AI can identify patterns and draw parallels. It can look at factors such as the political climate at the time, the margin of victory, and the public sentiment preceding the election. This historical context can provide valuable insights into what might transpire in the aftermath of the 2024 election. Now let's talk about the possibility of violence. AI can track trends in reported incidents and potential triggers of violence, such as hate speech or inflammatory rhetoric. If AI detects an uptick in these indicators, it could suggest a higher risk of violence following the election. However, it's important to note that these are only predictions. AI can't account for every variable or foresee every possible outcome. Then there's the role of misinformation in fueling unrest. AI can help identify and track the spread of false information, which can often stoke the fires of conflict. By monitoring the prevalence and reach of misinformation, AI can predict the potential impact it might have on public sentiment and the likelihood of backlash. But what can we do with this information? Forewarned is forearmed. By understanding the potential for backlash or violence, we can take preemptive measures to maintain peace and order. This could involve ramping up security measures, implementing policies to curb misinformation, or fostering open dialogues to address public concerns. AI's analysis suggests a certain potential for unrest, but remember, these are predictions, not certainties. The future is not set in stone, and we have the power to shape it. Our actions, our choices, and our ability to come together as a nation will ultimately determine the course we take beyond the 2024 elections. As we wrap up, let's summarize the main points about AI's thoughts on the 2024 election results. To start, we delved into AI's perspective on the election results. Artificial intelligence, with its sophisticated algorithms and vast data sets, has provided a unique viewpoint on the outcome. It analyzed patterns, trends, and anomalies, highlighting the complexities of the electoral process and the dynamics of the vote. AI's perspective is not about taking sides, but about understanding the intricacies of the democratic procedure. Then we turned our attention to potential interferences. AI has identified a range of factors that could have influenced the election results. These include misinformation campaigns, cyber threats, and even the impact of the pandemic on voting behavior. By scrutinizing these elements, AI helps us understand the multifaceted nature of our electoral environment and the need for constant vigilance to uphold the integrity of our democratic processes. We also examined the fear of backlash or violence in the aftermath of the election. AI's predictive models suggested varying degrees of civil unrest based on the election outcome. While these models are not definitive predictions, they give us valuable insights into the potential social dynamics that could unfold. They underscore the importance of maintaining peace and promoting unity, regardless of political affiliations. In conclusion, AI's thoughts on the 2024 election results offer us a data-driven perspective to understand the complexities of our democratic process. It highlights potential challenges and stresses the importance of unity and peace in the face of differing political views. While AI's thoughts are based on data and analysis, the future, as always, remains uncertain. After all, it's we humans who ultimately shape it.